Vac-Tron's low-profile series is designed and built with the end user in mind. All Vac-Trons are built for ease of use and simple operation while providing easy accessibility for service. In addition, because we build our trailers from the ground up from I-beam construction, it allows for a low center of gravity, which provides a safer and smoother tow. The adjustable Pintle hitch. It is very important to tow the unit completely level. This will ensure that you get the maximum support for the load from each axle and that the trailer brakes will work properly. For example, a tongue-high position will put extra weight on the rear axle and make the front tires less effective for braking. The safety breakaway. Before towing the unit, check the electric brake battery to be sure it is fully charged. To check the battery, push the test button on the battery with indicator and look for the green indicator light. The light must be green to have full braking power. If the light is yellow or red, the box battery must be charged by the truck until the light is green. Be sure that the trailer is properly secured to the truck and that the foot of the jack is fully retracted. The jack should be greased on a regular basis. Please refer to the owner's manual for all grease fitting locations and maintenance intervals. All Vac-Tron units are also available with a fully hydraulic jack solution for ease of use. Access from the curbside engine compartment. Inside the curbside engine compartment, you will find a worksheet that has the model and unit number along with the maintenance schedule and part numbers for key components. Also from this side of the engine compartment, you must check the oil level every day before starting the engine. You also want to check the water-fuel separator to be sure there is no water in the fuel. Next, from the street side, it is important to check for the correct tension on the belts and do a visual inspection of the overall belt condition. Keep in mind that the belts need to be tightened after the first 50 hours and then on regular intervals after that. Next, there are two grease fittings on the front side of the vacuum blower that need to be greased once a week. There is also a sight glass to check oil levels on the oil bath side of the vacuum blower. Here you see the sight glass on the water pump to check the fluid level. These levels should be checked every day before starting the equipment. The spreadsheet on the door gives you the correct fluids to use. Vac-Tron's patented Cbs Filtration System from the street side. Proper maintenance of the filtration system is imperative for top performance and longevity of the vacuum pump. To clean or visually inspect the filter element, remove the wing nut and take the filter outer cover off. Inspect the filter element to see if it needs to be cleaned. If the filter needs to be cleaned, remove the inner plate to remove the filter. Clean the filter with low pressure water or air only. Using high pressure water could damage the filter. Filter should be visually inspected every week to determine if it needs to be removed and cleaned. The Cbs Filtration System from the curbside. The filtration system should be purged daily. Purging the system only takes a few minutes and it helps to ensure maximum performance between cleanings. It can also prolong the filter life and it can lengthen the maintenance intervals for removing the filter for cleaning. Follow these steps to purge the filter system. Start the engine and throttle up. Put the system under pressure, close the rear suction valve, and let the system build to full pressure, which is 2 to 3 psi. Using this lever, open the 4-inch valve at the bottom of the cyclone, releasing the pressure through the filter system. Close the valve, let it build up pressure, and reopen it 2 or 3 more times, and the filter is purged. After purging, put the unit in the neutral position, throttle the engine down, and then turn the engine to the off position. The hydraulic door operation. Follow these procedures for proper rear door operation. Always have the debris tank in the down position while opening or closing the door. The door works on a gravity hinge, and for it to line up properly, the tank must be down. First, open the 6-inch drain valve to release any liquids that are in the tank. Putting the unit in reverse pressure will help to offload the liquids. After the liquids are drained off, put the unit back in the neutral position. Unlock the claw door by pressing the unlock button. Open the rear door by pressing the open button. When the door reaches the full open position, the safety lock will engage automatically to lock out the hydraulic cylinder for safety. Tilt the tank by pressing the up button. Always check your surroundings to be sure you have clearance and that there are no overhead wires above the tank. Once the solids are dumped, put the tank into the down position by pressing the down button. After you have rinsed the debris tank out, be sure that the rear seal is clean and that the float ball is cleaned completely. A dirty float ball assembly can allow debris to bypass the float ball when the tank gets full. To disengage the safety lock, open the door slightly by pushing the open button and disengage the lock. Close the door by pushing the close button and hold it down until the door closes completely and the top cylinder fully retracts. Lock the door by pushing the lock button and hold it down until the door locks completely. This takes about 5 seconds for the door to fully lock. There is no chance of damaging any of the hydraulics by holding the button down too long. The high-pressure water system. The high-pressure water system consists of 2 saddle tanks, a pump with electric clutch, a hose reel with high-pressure hose, 2 water wands, and an antifreeze system. The roto wand is designed for digging and should not be used to clean the equipment. The high-pressure wand can strip paint and decals. Also, the roto wand should never be pointed towards a person. Only the cleaning wand should be used to clean out the debris tank and clean the equipment. The low water float inside the water tank will turn off the electric clutch on the high pressure pump when the tank runs out of water. This prevents damage to the pump from running dry, and this float switch should never be disabled. Unloader valve adjustment and pressure gauge. The unloader valve redirects the water flow back into the saddle tank when the water wand is not in use. With the roto nozzle wand, you can adjust the water pressure by turning the black knob on the unloader valve. Turning the knob to the right increases pressure, and to the left decreases water pressure. The pump is capable of 4,000 psi, but the max pressure you will get at the wand is between 3,000 and 3,700 psi, depending on the engine configuration of your Vac-Tron. The true pressure is shown on the gauge as the wand is triggered. To antifreeze the system, turn the Siamese valve to the antifreeze. Then, with the engine running at idle, turn on the water pump switch so that water free flows out the high pressure hose. Let it run until antifreeze comes out the end of the hose, then turn the pump off. Attach a water wand to the end of the high pressure hose and turn the pump on for 2 seconds without the wand triggered. This will antifreeze the return line on the back of the saddle tank. The system is now protected with antifreeze. Turn the Siamese valve to the off position and check the filter to be sure it is cleaned. This filter should be cleaned once a week or more if needed. If the filter gets clogged, the water pump will stop working. Turn the Siamese valve to the water position and drain the water tanks to prevent freezing. Grease fittings. All grease fittings should be greased once a week unless otherwise specified in the owner's manual. The location of all grease fittings are listed in the owner's manual. All the procedures outlined in this video are described in the owner's manual as well. This manual should be reviewed before running the equipment. How to properly operate the equipment for vacuum excavation. Secure the roto wand to the high-pressure water hose using the quick connect couplers. Remove the 30-foot section of suction hose from the rear door. Secure the vacuum hose to the 4-inch cam lock on the rear door. Be sure that the cam lock is secured properly and that the gasket is not missing. Open the 4-inch gate valve to allow airflow through the vacuum hose. Using a clockwise rotation, slide the suction wand into the vacuum hose and secure it with the clamp. Start the engine and throttle up the RPMs, then turn the water pump switch on. Put the unit into vacuum mode. Rotating the vacuum suction tool will increase efficiency during the excavation. Using the high-pressure roto nozzle, disturb the soil around the suction tool, allowing the vacuum to collect the spoils. After the excavation is complete, the high-pressure nozzle can be used to clean the vacuum hose and tool inside and out. It is important to spray water into the vacuum tool and hose after each use to keep dirt or clays from building up inside the hose. Remove the suction tool with the same clockwise rotation. Be sure that the tools are secured properly before transport. For cleanup of the equipment, use the adjustable washdown wand. The tip can be rotated to get the desired spray needed for best results. After the vacuum hose is cleaned, store it back on the rear door as shown here. When dumping the unit, first open the 6-inch discharge valve on the rear door to offload any liquids in the tank before opening the rear door. Unlock and open the rear door while the debris tank is in the down position. Tilt the tank to offload the debris. Then use the low-pressure water wand to clean inside the tank. Be sure to clean the float ball inside the debris tank. Also, be sure to clean the 2 sight glasses on the rear door. This will allow you to see your debris levels during the next use. After the unit is cleaned out, release the safety latch and close the rear door. Turn off all systems and idle the machine down. Turn off the engine and store all tools properly before transport.